welcome to today's podcast section. And today we'll be discussing ground for cheating. And so I want to throw a question open to everyone. Today is going to be an interactive session, very interactive. Everyone needs to share their honest opinion about what they feel on today's topic. So I want to ask, when a partner, let's say for instance the woman, because it's always the woman that they say withholds sex from the husband or the partner. So if a wife withholds sex from her husband or refuses him sex, I don't want to give a period, maybe for 2 or 3 days, I don't want to specify. Let's say she withholds sex from him. So is it a ground for him to go out and seek it elsewhere, like have it done elsewhere? Is it approved? Is it good enough a reason for him to do such? So I want to hear our honest opinion on this, please. So the floor is open. If anyone is ready to speak, because today I want to do more of the
Can
listening.
I speak?
Yes, please, you can.
Okay. So there was this story, right? There was this story of this. Maybe was it a movie or real life? So this situation was that this man was always injecting his member into his wife, morning, afternoon, and night. I'm trying to censor it
You
so
can be
that
okay. For TikTok was
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
okay, but you can be
I'm just
free. You
teasing.
can be free. Don't
So
worry.
so morning, night, and afternoon, morning, night, and afternoon. Every time this man they fire. So consistently, this man they fire. Come reach one point. So it got to the extent that um, this lady started complaining. Say, what's going on? Me every day, night. They tire. What's your motivation? Don't you have don't you have a purpose in life? I'm just exaggerating.
Yeah.
So long and short, the lady got tired. She started complaining, right? She started complaining. So she now said, "Okay, what if I make arrangements for you, right? Because this thing I have to rest, right? I can't give myself in the manner that you want, right? Which means that which purports that the sex will be withheld as far as the wife is concerned. So, so she made the arrangement. She said, "Okay, why don't I arrange for you to have it outside of me, at least for now, so at least in a controlled setting, so you don't have to engage, you don't have to have sex with me. You can do it with somebody else." So like that kind of arrangement. So that's like that's most that's
Hi,
you could
giving
say
her
that's a
permission.
suitable situation. Yes, permission. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so that's one scenario. That's one scenario. Well,
Okay.
so but if you ask me, right?
Yeah.
If you ask me, I would say that sex outside of marriages or sexual withholding of this
Sexual intercourse.
withholding of sex is yes, sexual intercourse is something that should be discussed, or anything
Okay.
related to sex. If you're having issues, if you have complaints, right? If you have any complaints, if you have something that is bothering you about anything related to sexual intercourse, as far as the couple is concerned,
Yeah.
it's something that they should talk about. It's something that they should talk about, discuss amongst themselves. For example, now, if the man is saying that he doesn't feel satisfied, right, it should make sense, right, for him to it would make sense for him to say, babe, why don't we do it like this? Can we experiment? Can you flog me? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So can we experiment? That kind of thing, like create a variety. You suggest it to her. Then if that kind of thing. So you have to something to talk about. Or you say, we're not. I don't think we're having it enough. Can we increase the frequency? You know, I
Okay.
don't think that out of Yeah, I don't think that if you're having especially when with regard to sex, I don't think if you're having issues with you're not comfortable with the way you are having engaging with your partner, you should just take it out without discussing with your partner. So personally, I think there should always be room for discussion and engagement with your partner before any external thing is involved. Because if anything outside takes place in the court of the public, you will be the one at fault. Mm.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
that's my incumbent take.
Okay. So, from your own opinion, if there's a reason one partner is going to withhold from the other, it's best they discuss about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, any other person with contrary opinion, or you have more to add to it? God, I beg, there's no second speaker, oh. So maybe you come in as the second speaker instead of the third speaker. You say you want to come in as no one has indicated to speak next. So is there anyone else coming in? Asemaba, oh. Asemaba, they say you should talk. If a
Hey,
partner
that's not
withholds,
over.
if a partner withholds,
What I meant. What's up?
welcome in. How are you today?
Very fine yourself.
Oh, thank you. So today we are discussing about withholding sex from one partner. So I'm asking if a partner withholds sex from the other person, is it a ground or is it enough reason for them to go outside to have it?
Okay. So, in my opinion, I think it's not. It's not. It's not. Yeah. So the reason I'm saying that is okay. No, it's in two sides. Let me say it's in two sides. It's in two sides. If um if it's an intentional move,
Okay.
if it's an intentional move to how do you call it, discipline, or to make the guy or whoever angry,
Yeah.
then that one in fact, no. Okay, so I would say it's not advisable,
No, be
because
free. Be free.
if
Say your
if
truth. Say your truth. Don't say it because you don't want Inex to look you in a type of way, or you don't want Angel to see you in a type of way, or God I beg, or anyone else. Say your truth. Say your
Oh, okay.
truth.
So personally, I think it's not. It doesn't give the
It's
person
not
the grounds to
enough
do that.
ground for the other person to
Yes,
go out.
yes. As I think Alex spoke, there should be a consensus. You should be able to sit down with your partner and talk to the person. It's possible you are doing something in a way that the person doesn't like. And see, anytime you try to do it, the person feels either bored or pains or something.
Okay.
And now it's going too much that he's just fed up, or he's fed up. So me personally, I'll say it's not it doesn't give ground for whoever to cheat. And also, these cheating things come with its own problems. So you know, how do I say it? So it comes with its own problems. Like these movies that we watch, you go
Yeah.
around and cheat more, then all of a sudden the girl has fallen for you, and the girl has I want to use some keyword, but you will not understand. So the girl
Use
has
them. Use
attacked you.
them. We might be able to grab. Use them.
Watiaka
Yes.
also.
Oh,
You atiaka also.
translate. Translation, please.
Yes. attach yourself. I mean, as
I didn't
hey,
get that.
sorry. It's a
I didn't get that. You said Atia Kanfi, so I was asking you to translate.
Atia Kauso.
At
Like
Atia Kansu.
no problem. So it's like the person has all of a sudden thinks you are
You're
there's
not
a thing between you guys. So he starts demanding certain things that maybe it was just a fling, just a
okay.
one time something. But all of a sudden the person has really come to attach himself with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of problems. It comes with the illness from the whoever you are doing it with,
Okay.
and you transmit it later to your wife. And it comes with a whole lot of things. So me personally, I think it's not advisable. Yes, yeah. I think so. So that's my take.
Let's say this woman, let's say your partner has withheld from you not one day, second day, you make an attempt, still ignoring or telling you no, no. What day, 1 week, 1 week go into 2 weeks, and before you know you're counting months.
Uh, there should be communication.
Okay?
There should be a reason why she's doing that.
Okay?
There should be. Because if you take it upon yourself and go and do other things, and maybe it could have been a very simple fix. Simple fix. Unless it's too much, I mean, then maybe for me, I wouldn't do that. But maybe you can branch somewhere. But for me personally, I wouldn't do that because you must learn self control. You must learn how to control yourself.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get into big trouble. So, as I said, communication is very important. You have to communicate with the person. And if there's an arrangement, then you do whatever you have to do. But there should be a communication. Why are you doing that? Is it something I've done? Is it something I'm doing that you don't like? I mean, why? There should be a why. Unless the person is not communicating, then you take matters into your own hand and you continue what you are doing.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Asamaba. Um, God, I beg, you're not the third speaker. So,
Good evening, everyone.
good evening, God, I beg.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I greet you all.
Hey, greetings, greetings. Hey, got a
Yeah,
bag before you go. I wanted to ask Hinex something.
Okay.
What term did he use? Because I couldn't find it in my Google Translate.
That's a Ghanaian word. I would like for him to reiterate also because I've actually forgotten. But I plan on putting that at the back of my language dictionary. I
Oh,
think I
okay,
know
okay,
Asema
thanks.
now in Ghana, but I don't know what he said. So I guess maybe he will reiterate that before the end of the section. Okay, so God I beg we're with you.
okay. So,
Yeah.
my own perspective is grounds for cheating.
Yes.
There is no grounds for cheating. Here's my own reasons behind that. Cheating is like a break in the agreement,
Okay.
either between the couple or between friends that have certain loyalties to each other,
Mm-hmm.
which could be a form of dating. So, as far as that relationship was not or is not an open relationship where they can freely cheat, they don't have any grounds for cheating. So, the example Alex gave, to me, that's not even cheating because if they actually communicate, talk about it, then it's not cheating. Cheating should be without the consent of the person. I don't think you cheat with the consent of your spouse or the person you're in a relationship with. So the cheating is actually doing it in hiding, in secrecy, without the person's knowledge. So if there's a consent, so it's not cheating. So like I said, if the terms of the agreement, because presently some people are having open marriages, open relationship, where each other is free to go and explore or try new things. Yes, that will be the ground, and I don't think it will be termed cheating, based on you have the liberty to do that without your spouse taking an offense in it. So that's how I just see it. So it's not supposed to be. If it should happen and it happens with the consent of the person, then we should not see it as cheating. It's like a mutual agreement, and it's not supposed to be seen as cheating. So, but grounds for cheating is like saying grounds for doing something bad. You cannot have grounds to do something that is bad. That's just how I see it. So you could be provoked, you could be motivated, you could be, let's say, coerced into doing that based on some circumstance that may force you to do that. But you don't have to do it because it's not right. So if you want to do it and you're not choose to do it with the consent of the person, then it's not cheating again. It's just a mutual agreement, and whatever you do definitely will not be held against you. But if it's cheating, then there's no way your spouse will just get to know and all will be well. So, but if it's with the consent, then you're not actually hiding it. So, in that case, it's not cheating. So, that's just my own thought about it.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Beck. So that brings me back to my question. See that you've answered or you've added based on Alex consensual cheating actually, based on Alex comment. So my question is on the ground that a partner denies the other partner of this. Is it enough reason or does it give room for the other partner to go out? Is it justifiable if the other partner goes out? Let me use that word. Let me use it that way. Say one of the partner denies the other. Is it a justifiable reason for the other who has been denied to go out and seek for it?
Can I go on?
Yes, please.
Okay, this time around, I'm the first person to talk. So, I still maintain the fact that even if you are coerced, so that coerce could be form of force, denial, or it could be even distance.
Okay.
Either of them is not justifiable, because when you finish doing it, there's going to be some level of regret, no matter how happy you were doing it. So I believe it's wrong, so it should not be.
But for some, it doesn't.
And just like Alex said it, that was it Alex or Asama Bada said that there will be consequence for it, you see. And once you know of this, or assuming you don't know, but the consequence will come and you regret, it will bring in more problems. So it's even wrong even doing it in the first place, to avoid all these unnecessary issues that may arise after. What? You're about saying something.
Yes. The part where you say the person will feel remorseful or regret, I'm putting it to you that I've had conversations, and on these conversations, the person was standing firmly on their ground, stating that there's nothing wrong about it. If she denies you, she has given you the room, the open doors for you to go out there and seek it somewhere. So, in such situations, do you think that these persons they also feel that sense of guilt, or they feel remorseful and they're just trying to like cover up with like they're pretending to feel very okay with their act, but deep down they are not.
Can I come?
You see?
Please.
Oh, okay.
Okay, talk,
Got
talk.
it. Continue. Okay, so
Stand up.
Asamaba, you want to say something?
I think God I beg was saying something.
Yes. Please.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, God, I beg you can go on. You can go
Okay,
on.
since Maba say I should go on, so here's my point based on that. You see, it's like when you do something, you try to justify what you do. So, and that is the scenario where that person is standing on. And let me tell you the justification. The justification is to, just like Asamaba earlier said, that act was to punish the spouse or the other person in the relationship. So, but I'm talking about the scenario where they now come back together. There is no way the lady will know that you did this because I did this, and that relationship or union will continue peacefully as if nothing happened. So that's the scenario I'm trying to let you understand. It will never continue because a guy doing that or the lady doing that, whichever way, once you have that conviction that it is right, what that simply means is you don't believe in that relationship again. So you're just there just to wait for when it will totally end because there is no longer commitment in that relationship again. So that's why you feel you have the right to go ahead or move on with someone else and not feel guilty or responsible for your act. So, and I will say, if he should feel that way, assuming it's the guy saying this, so
Yeah.
that means he should also be okay if the lady also does the same thing.
Okay.
And he's going to feel the same way and be very, very okay that, okay, since I've been able to go out and it's okay by me, so it will also be okay for him to find out that the lady also go out and without creating any scene. So which will really not happen in that scenario, except like I said, if that is how the agreement was. It was an open relationship where they are free to actually do this.
Mm.
But other than that,
Okay.
he's just trying to justify what he did by saying such.
Okay.
So please ask someone, but you can continue.
Okay, shout out. You can go on.
Um, I
Come
think
in, Johnny.
that I think that it's a marriage that's in turmoil. If one or the other think that it's grounds or justifiable to go ahead and cheat just because the other one is withholding, the SEX from them. Because it's one thing if it's put off till the next day or the next week, but if it's being withheld from the spouse, indefinitely, for example, then I say that it's a good indication that there's a problem, that some kind of a counseling probably should be set up to see what the problem is or what's going on in the marriage that's probably causing that, instead of using that as an avenue, or an open door to just go out there and find someone else to cheat with. That's just my thing with that, because when you think that that's okay to do within the confines of a marriage. That's why I said I think that's a marriage that's in turmoil, you know and that's just my opinion on that.
Okay, thank you so much, shout out. Asamaba, yes.
I agree with Shauto.
Okay.
with him. But so you see, it's possible when the person did it the first time, he felt the remorse and everything.
Okay.
After you do it for a very long time, that remorse, it just goes down. You see it as, I mean, some form of how do you call it? You see it as something normal.
Okay.
Especially if the spouse is still doing whatever she's doing, not I mean, avoiding, how do they call it? Denying you of the
Yeah.
you see it as normal.
Yeah.
Yes, but I still stand my grounds. It's not a grounds for cheating.
Okay.
I still stand my grounds. Okay, me, that is me. That is me.
That is you.
Yeah, that is
So this
me.
is Asamaba, Asamaba we are
Yeah,
seeing.
that's
Because
that is.
I'm surprised now the men here, they all seem to be agreeing that
Mm,
it's wrong.
mm.
Surprisingly enough, some don't think that way. I'm surprised some of the men here are not. Clever Pido, are you for or you're against? Which one? Are you the one that's going to break the ice? Because everyone seems to be going towards one direction. It's wrong. Why some feel like, oh, if she denies me, that's an open door, open ticket for me to go. You think so? You think so? I don't know what you think about Clara Fido. Can we hear from you? Before I'll ask Angel to share our own thoughts as well, coming from the female perspective. Claire, are you in a noisy environment? Or you're in a space you can speak at the moment? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone who has spoken. God Abeg, Alex, Shauto, and Asemaba. Thank you for your contribution. Angel, I would like to hear from you if you're not also busy yet. I want
Sorry,
to
sorry, sorry, sorry. I was busy. Yeah, you were
welcome.
saying something. I'm here.
Yeah. So I said I want to hear from you as the lady, being the only lady in the panel today. I want to hear your own opinion as regards this. When one partner denies the other, is it an open ticket? And is it like an open door for the other person to go out and seek it elsewhere?
Well, for me, it's not.
Okay.
It's not because who wants to cheat will cheat, regardless of whatever is going on in the relationship. So some people are already waiting to cheat. They're just waiting for you to do something, so they will hold on to this. I say that's why some people will do it anyways. So I don't think so. For me,
Okay.
I don't think so. It's not.
Okay. Thank you so much, Angel. What I would like to add is just like what Alex has mentioned. I feel like for one partner to withhold from the other, it's best you get to find out from them what could be the reason why they are withholding. Was it God Abeg's opinion or Alex? I think. Sorry. I think it's that of God, I beg, because Alex feels like if the other partner consents to it, then, and which is not the case here. The case here is withholding, not the other partner consenting to them as a result of maybe they could not match up to their partner's energy when it comes to that. So okay, Alex. So, I feel like if one partner is withholding from the other, it could be a reason. Coming from a female perspective, thank you so much, Angel. Coming from the female angle, I, for one, if I would do such a thing, it's because I'm probably trying to get your attention. Maybe there was something I needed, and I've probably asked by word of mouth or other means, and you're not yielding. So just because I want to prove to you that I really need this, or I'm angry about a specific situation, I will want to withhold so you get to know that this is serious. So I'll be expecting you to come for us to have a conversation as regard that, like, let's talk about it. Let's come to a ground and be sure and make sure that we actually resolve it, rather than you seeing it as an open door, an avenue for you to just walk out of it and go have it somewhere. And when I keep on flaring, because if I was to be in such position because of that, I will still withhold. Since you feel like, oh, you can actually go out and get it and get yourself sorted, when you are back, I will still withhold. Do you get? And before you know it, now I'm withholding. Before you know, I might be withholding up to like 2, 3 weeks. And saying that you no longer care, or you're not even thinking of resolving it, it will bring a breach between us. And before you know it, the relationship is dying off. There'll be no more affection, and that can be like a ground for breaking up. Like your mic is turned on. I can see you are adjusting your mic. Are you comfortable to speak now? Thank you so much.
Yes, just give me a few minutes, please.
Oh, okay. So, like I was saying, like I think it's even quoted in the Bible that two work except they agree. And there's a part in the Bible where it says, "Come, let's reason together." Do you get? So let's say, for instance, my partner is withholding. It's left for me to come approach them and let them know that, okay, I've observed that whenever I come and you're giving me this cold feet, or you're refusing, you're denying me this, can I know the reason why? And if their reasons are quite understandable, or is something that can be resolved, I would advise that they actually resolve it, so as not to give. It's not for me, I'm speaking for me, it's not a ground, it's not enough reason for you to want to go seek it outside. But I think I have a question after this, so I just want to hear from Claire Rapido what he has to say. Claire, we are really, if you're with us now.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Good
welcome.
evening, everybody.
Good evening and welcome in.
It's an interesting topic. Well, first of all, what I would like to add is denying your partner sex is so serious that I think we're even giving it a light discussion, because I feel that denial, you are trying to control something you have no authority controlling. Because as time, I've discovered that we just sometimes set our own rules. Every game have their own rules. You have to play by those rules. For example, this TikTok that we are enjoying, there are community guidelines. If you are using your phone, there are rules and guidelines you follow as regard if you want to enjoy that phone. It's the same thing when it comes to marriage or partnership. There are also rules. When we start inventing our own rules, that's when we start introducing problems into our own lives. Now, to directly answer the question, is denial grounds for cheating? No. It's just like saying, if your partner cheats on you, is that ground to not cheat on the partner? No. But denial is also as serious as cheating. As a matter of fact, denial alone is cheating. Why? Because you are trying to control something, the very essence of which that union is even based on. Because you mentioned something just now. You mentioned the Bible.
Yeah.
It is, I don't know, I know it's not everybody that believes the Bible, but it is clearly stated there that the moment you are in a union with somebody, your body is no longer your own. So how can you now withhold something that is no longer yours? Because this type of discussion, or should I say experiences that people are having, is already giving rise to marital rape. And that one is another serious discussion on its own. In fact, there is not supposed to be any ground for denial. Because in my place, they will say, if you want to advise a thief, you don't just advise a thief, you also advise the environment. Because if the environment is not conducive for stealing, people will not steal. In the same way, it is bad. I've stated that okay, it is a no-no, that okay, it is not a ground for cheating or to go out and cheat. But that denial alone is also cheating, because you are trying to control something you have no control over, something you have no power to control. So what I think denial should be grounds for, it should be grounds for discussion. It should be grounds for schooling. You should let the man know, or let the woman know, that this thing that you are withholding, are you aware it's no longer yours? Yes, because if the energy you have in withholding it, why don't you use that same energy to discuss the problem? Like, okay, there's something you did that I don't like. Look at what you did. Look at what you did, and just talk about it, rather than withholding what is no longer your property. So please, let me just stop there for now.
Okay. Sure.
Hello.
Yes, God Abeg was saying that you should take note of what Alex said. God Abeg, can you reiterate, please? Is it like a question? Welcome in, Jimmy. Welcome in, Mr. Henry. Welcome in, everyone that just joined in. Thank you for joining. Yes.
Ines, good evening, God I beg. Angel, good evening. Shouto, good evening. Chloropido. Am I correct? Chloropido.
I think so.
Yes.
Rapido, yes. Thank
Am
you.
I
Good
correct?
evening.
Okay, Alex, good evening.
Yes.
Asama Baz, good evening. Henry Sweet, good evening.
Okay. God Abeg, you think we should use grade instead of censorship? Instead of using the word TikTok censorship, right? Is that what
Okay.
you're saying?
So what does that grape mean?
So we'll get to understand maybe. So
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Instead of saying, you said you made the word, you use the word, I'll spell it RAPE. So not to flag the
Okay,
line.
okay,
Oh,
okay, okay,
okay,
okay.
TikTok
okay,
flags
okay,
us.
okay, 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 okay,
Okay, so you
okay,
get
okay,
it
okay,
now. Okay.
okay, okay.
Nice, okay.
You see,
Okay.
even the environment we are enjoying right now, there are rules. When you
Limiting
break the
us
rules,
from expressing
there are certain
ourselves.
exactly, there are consequences. In the context of marriage also, there are also rules, and we are not the ones that are setting those rules.
Okay. So I have a question.
Yes.
On the ground
Wait,
that
I
one
want to say
partner is
something.
ill, or what Alex said, where you cannot match up the other person's energy. In such situation, what do you do? Because
Uh,
in the
you
beginning of the conversation, Alex made a
yes,
point where he stated that
yes, I
there's a, okay, you heard it, right? Okay. So
yes, 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 I heard it.
in that
Okay,
situation, what do you
okay,
suggest?
okay. First of all, in the in in the process of conception,
Yeah.
we all know that once a sperm is released to a woman's body, there are a million cells inside that single sperm. And once the egg is fertilized, there are a million cells in a human body. Each of those cells have the potential to become anything. Like a particular cell can either be the eyes or the nose or the tongue or the ear. But it is discipline that makes a particular cell say, I want to become the eye. Another cell will say, I want to become the nose. Another cell will say, I want to become the tongue. Why am I laying that foundation? Without discipline, the world will fall apart. In the same way, there are times, even if you are with a partner, you can go out and still see somebody that either is more appealing. If it is money, you can see somebody that is richer. If it is beauty, you can see somebody that is finer. If it is anything at all. So without discipline, most persons that are enjoying their marriage, it doesn't mean that there is no time where they sometimes think that man, I would like to go out, but discipline holds them. So in such a situation, discipline is also the answer. Yes, discipline is also the answer,
Okay.
because you cannot use a problem to solve a problem.
How well can you discipline yourself? Because sometimes you guys you make it seem as though if you don't involve in that activity for a specific period of time, it seems as though like your whole world is crumbling. It's coming
Okay,
down on you like
if I want to make a suggestion that is at the extreme, as a matter of fact, there is nothing wrong in having two wives.
okay. I don't like this topic.
So if because if yes, because you are looking for a
That's for
solution.
another topic,
Hello?
isn't it?
Okay.
Asawabo. So if the two or are not, if they are all denying
Can
you,
I
you
chip in
want to go for a
something,
third wife.
please? Yeah, concerning the person that said he doesn't see issue having two wives. Please tell your wife before you marry her.
No loud, I'm
Thank you.
No, I understand, but the point I'm trying to make is you painted a scenario where it has become impossible for that particular man to stay with one woman.
Okay.
So rather than the man going outside to go and cheat, so it is in that context that I said, of course, the man can have that discussion and just have a second wife with the wife and let the wife know, okay, since you have given me the consent, you cannot satisfy me. How do you see this thing? Because, like I said, even when you mentioned the Bible just now, we have had situations, even Abraham that we call a father of faith, where the wife gave him his her maid. You understand? So it might be a dicey topic, but there are always solutions to everything. But like I said, discipline is the key.
Okay. For you,
Follow up
discipline is
question,
the
no.
key. But in a situation where the person can no longer discipline themselves, we are advising you can have double options, right?
Follow up question, no.
Okay. Follow up question. Please, Asema, but what's the follow up question?
So you are saying
Welcome,
about the second wife. So
yeah.
what if the second wife has planned with the two? I mean, the first and the second, they planned, and they are all denying. Then what else you do?
Get a third wife, and the pranks continues.
Because if you do that, you continue marrying. There should be a solution, a permanent solution that can. Okay, not a permanent solution, but there should be a
Yes,
solution that can, rather than marry.
yes.
But I
There
think
is
the discipline
there
is.
is a solution.
Okay.
The first solution is to have a conversation with the woman. Like, this, your body is not even yours. My body is not mine. That is the solution. The person to understand that I'm actually here to meet my partner's needs. It is when they now take it out of that context, you now introduce discipline. It is when discipline fails. In conflict resolution, there are always stages where this one fails. Okay, we'll have to resort to this one. This one fails, we have to resort to this one. This one fails, we resort to another thing. But the first one is actually a discussion, making the partner understand that no, my body is yours and your body is mine. You can't actually deny me these things. And so that's just how I see it.
Okay. I was asking who dropped because before I wanted to make a suggestion that if there's anyone in the comments that wants to probably add their opinion, we can just drop one person for them to call me and add their opinion.
Let me say something, then I will drop for Izzy. because
Okay.
obviously they
Rachel
want to
said his
settle.
body is ease. Okay, please, we would like to know
Let
how.
me let me say something. With what um with what Clara Peter said, you need to fulfill your partner's needs.
Yeah.
So if you have that in mind, then denying your partner of that shouldn't be part of it. Abby, hope I'm not saying something different. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
and we're giving instance of what if the person is ill or something.
Yeah.
When you said wait, Clara Pido, you said when you decide to come together and get married with your partner, you decided to come together and you know your body is no longer yours, right? When you were making
Yes,
that
yes.
vow and following the rules of marriage, when did it say even when you get the person upset, the person would open leg and you know clearly that you got this person upset? Like it's not something you are doubting or you did not know. There's a difference when you get someone upset and you don't know. But when you guys actually have a good, like a misunderstanding that is, is a very terrible misunderstanding, that you had a hot fight. You now come back at night, no reconciliation. You shall won't climb. And you tell me it's because my body is no longer mine. What do you think?
If there
So
is
if
any
the lady
misunderstanding,
denies sex at that time, you think she's at fault at that time? That's what I want to know.
mm, of course,
Don't you think, as a
in
guy,
right,
you should reconcile first and make amends and know that this partner of yours
yeah,
is a lady will not wake up one day and decide to deny you
and
of that right, knowing fully well that two of you signed that this is what you want to be doing or this is part of what you
yes,
signed for. Somebody will not just wake up and
yes,
deny you of it or give you instance of no, something. Even when you are not in the mood as a lady, oga know your thought, you all know your weak points, know your everything, know where to press.
yes,
Know everything. So if you're not in the mood, he will put you in the mood. Your battery is low, he will charge it. But when you know very well that you guys are having issue, you walk up to, or you come to the bed and you are expecting the lady to open leg because your body is no longer yours. I don't think that works. You have to settle things, reconciliation first, talk things through, and be sure that this person were in the same boat, were in the same space. Then, if she's denying of anything, that is when you know something is actually up. Maybe the cheating. But don't just assume if she's denying you of sex, is she's already cheating or she's already doing so. You know there's something up. That's just what I'm saying. It won't just happen without a reason. So
So
you
that's
should
why
check
he said
whether the problem
it
is
all
from
boils
you.
down to communication.
Exactly. It all boils down to communication. Don't tell me you have issues at home. I deny you of sex. You are thinking of second wife. Who does that? Because all will not be well and a lady will be denying you of sex. So why is she in the marriage? You should know all is not well and try and find solution to the problem and not just seeking for your own selfish, because I feel that is selfish.
Okay.
Instead of seeking for a solution to the problem, you're seeking for what is best for you. As they hungry you, may you find second wife. Like what Asemaba said, what if the second wife we can't collab say we no do? You go find third wife. It's
Okay.
to find solution to the problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angel. I think where Clara Pido came in with the
okay,
option of going for a second option was where I stated that in a case where the partner is actually sick, or maybe they could no longer match up the energy, just as the example Alex had given earlier on, where the couple, one of them said they could not match up the energy of the other, and they gave their consent. So, Claire,
if what?
sorry, Dr. Eze, I had to mute you for a while so we can get the background settled. So, if I get you correctly, that was what you were responding to, right? Claire Rapido.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was where you profiled the solution of getting a double option. That's in a situation whereby the partner involved said they can no longer withstand the other partner. Joseph, what is yes now? You're on the box on mute. Yes now to what?
Yes,
Yeah.
please, the
Hello.
question, come again.
Okay.
Okay.
So, welcoming once again everyone that just joining. I will just quickly do a recap. What we're talking about today is a situation whereby one partner denies the other of sexual um, intercourse. Is it enough ground for them to go out and seek it somewhere? But because the seeker cannot get our topic, that's why we limited it to ground for cheating. Do you get? So we are asking now, in this situation, is it enough reason? And then Alex gave, he cited a situation where a couple, the wife was complaining that people no longer withstand the capability of the man when it comes to that aspect. You get, so she gave her consent on him going out to get a second option for it. I don't know if I've been able to clarify so far. Jimmy, do you get me now? Do you get us where we're coming from?
I've heard what you said. The
Okay.
one that gave consent is better she did. If the man no go kill her, that's fine. With that consent, he will be able to get either a second. But the consent is actually to get a second wife, or is it for him to go outside and do with whoever he seems fit or that matches the energy?
Okay. So if they give consent, is advisable. But in a
If your wife,
situation whereby I don't give consent and I'm telling you that the rate at which you're going at is too much, I can no longer continue. And I don't give
um,
you consent to go for a double option.
option,
Yeah.
yeah,
What do you do?
marriage is for better for worse, for richer for poor, and all those vows she said, I think is a point for you to reflect on it and just take go for a way to tune it down a bit. You tune it. Why is that? Sorry about laughing. You tune it down a bit, so you don't get to kill your wife because of you want to get satisfaction. Yes, let me use that word, satisfaction.
Okay. So Jimmy, do you get us? Are you still here with us? Or you're busy now?
I think our network.
Okay. Claire, you want to say something as regards what angels ask now?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, yes, yes. What she said is very correct, but I think she kind of misunderstood the points I was trying to make, because I actually took it from, I actually handled it from different stage. Like for example, the point she made is very valid. A partner denies you sex, or if peradventure you offended him or her, of course, the first thing is to apologize. You can't just offend somebody and you are just trying to climb the person. A normal human being wouldn't do that. The first is to apologize and let bygone be bygone. In fact, as a matter of fact, I'm even an advocate of, if as at the minute you are offending somebody and the person is telling you, this thing you did is wrong, at that very minute, just apologize. And once an apology has been tendered, of course, letting it go is the best option. Then so that they can move on. So because if there's actually love that is there, most of all those things will flow naturally.
Oh,
So because then I now said, you want to say something, please?
right. I wanted to like chip in a situation where she doesn't want to let the thing go. She wants to hold on to it for a while. And the man actually
Okay.
does at that moment.
Okay.
Let's see at that moment. How is he going to cope? Or
Okay.
what
Now,
does he do?
Yes,
now,
let me hold on, Claire. Let me, in addition to Joseph, because my own addition or question is in like in a situation whereby I know I've studied my partner, and I know that I can only get things from him or I can get things done by him. by withholding. Do you get? So I've seen this weapon as the only means I can get whatever I want from him, and I now start to utilize it. If I want him to get me a new stuff, buy me a new iPhone or whatever I want done, I withhold because I know with that he'll be able to do that. So if I continue in that means, so that's what I want to add to this.
Okay. Now, first of all, we have handled that when something is wrong, the person should apologize. Now, you guys have taken it from that level and you have increased it to another level where an apology has been tendered, but she still decides to still withhold. That means serious discussion needs to be had in the sense that to educate her that this body is not yours, that you are just unnecessarily controlling something that you have no authority controlling. And as a matter of fact, that's not actually love on her part. To try to withhold the very essence and the very bedrock of what the marriage is even building. You understand? So on that note, she should be taught. Certain things should be explained to her and let her know that, no, if you want something from me, you can always ask it. And I believe partners should get to a stage that they will realize that, no, if I ask something from my partner and he's not doing it, it's not because he doesn't want to. It's because at the moment he can't. So when you want something, just ask it. Not try to tie it to what he wants. The act of sex is a natural thing. It should be a free gift. They should not tie anything to it. So that's my take on that. Hello.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to respond to their comments, but the comment is not even there. So I was saying that withholding is the only way that I get my partner gets to get things done for me. Like maybe if I withhold by word of mouth, it doesn't do it. But the moment I withhold, it swings into action and gets it done in no second. You get, and now I've realized that this is the only weapon I have against him, or the only weapon I can actually use to win my battle for whatever I want, and I continue to weaponize this and use like, is it good? Because to my own advantage now is very beneficial to me. It's to my own advantage. Do you get? So that's what Claire is actually speaking on now.
Well, I'm actually saying that it is not good in my own opinion. You know, one of the difficult conversation to have with people is when you are trying to argue with their experience. Because it is producing result for you, doesn't make it right.
Okay.
You can be getting result from it, but you are still using wrong methods. Yes. Now you can beat your chest that, okay, anytime I want this one, this is what I do to get it. But the process is as important as the result. If you are using a wrong method, you are using a wrong method. We might try as much as possible to use this phrase that the end justifies the means. That's why we are breaking so many things apart. The world is falling apart, marriages are falling apart just because the end justifies the means. But the process matters. And that's what I'm also interested in. So what is wrong, and what is right is right. It's not in your place to withhold your body from your partner. So if you are using it, you are just using it to manipulate him.
Joseph said that it only works in relationship and not marriage. I beg to say that's not correct, because God I beg and Asemaba now they've already made it open that they are not those type of men. No. In marriage, if the woman withholds, they will stay, they will not go outside. So imagine I have such men as husbands. I will be withholding and ask for iPhone 17. Latest iPhone, latest Samsung, do you get?
And you might do it to a point where they will not get tired. And not realize that,
That's what I
okay,
wanted
no.
to say.
I like that. I want to get
I like that.
That's what I
the
want to say.
breaking point, because now they are saying that there's no breaking point for them, that no matter what, They can't go
No, no,
out.
no, 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 no.
Everyone
No,
has
no, no.
a
There's a
breaking
breaking
point.
point. There's a breaking point because
Oh,
one
there's
thing
a,
you will
there's a
see,
breaking point.
oh,
Yes.
there's a breaking point.
There's
There's
a
a
limit to everything, no matter how
You
you
can't
do
take
it.
everything like that. No.
When
It's either
it
you are
gets
doing
to a
something
certain
to
point,
offload it.
Yeah.
the man won't be able to take it. He had to either have a very difficult conversation with you, and if you see that there is the conversation is not going well, he's not making any effort towards the betterment of that, and at that point he knows that you're withholding to use that, you're manipulating him. That's manipulation. That's just simple manipulation in like in marriage. That's what it is. But I just feel like you're
This
not
is
supposed to do
veto
that.
power. It's not manipulation.
No, that's the essence of
Let's
veto
chip in
power.
something. Joe,
Veto
Joe,
power is about
Joe,
manipulation.
Okay.
I would like to chip in something. You can continue. It's not actually what works for Mr. A that will work for Mr. B. Couples understand themselves and they know how they work their things out. You are seeing it as manipulation, but me, I might not see it like so. You grab. So the fact that you are saying it that way doesn't mean that another partner will see it that way. So it's just how it works for you. You use that technique. So that's actually it.
I know that when it comes to marriage relationship, like generally, there's no perfect template to it. Like what she said, what works for you might not work for me. Yeah, so the fact that it works for you doesn't mean that it is right. The fact that it works for me doesn't mean that it's right. So we calling a spade is actually something that we are all adults and we're supposed to do. But regardless, it works for you, that's fine. Mhm. But at some point, too much of everything is bad. And when it becomes something you do consecutively,
Sorry, Joseph, is that your network?
this thing this person is doing, she's just doing it every time, knowing that I'm going to fall for it.
Yes, we can hear you now. I
I
guess your
think it's
network went off for a bit, but we can hear you now.
oh shit.
We can hear you now. You're fine now.
Okay. Which part? Okay. So what I was saying is that when you keep on doing that, withholding, becomes a pattern. At some point, that person will know that okay, this thing you're doing it might not really work for them. They might want like try something else, just for you to try something else. But okay, let me throw this a question now. Do
Okay.
people do withholding in marriage? Because I don't feel like there is need for it.
I don't get you. Your question. Your question. You said what? Do people do withholding in marriage because they don't feel what?
Like, yeah, because I don't feel like it is necessary in marriage or it's supposed to happen in marriage. I feel like it's a relationship stuff or stunts.
Okay. Let's say while we are dating, you do things even
Yes.
before I confess. You were very, very. I'm looking for the word now that is not censored on here. Let's say before marriage proper, you were showing this attitude of how like you were very caring, and that could be because you were trying to buy my attention. You were trying to buy me into believing that this is who you are, so I can finally agree to your proposal. Do you get? And now we are in marriage. Some of those things that you usually do without me requesting, you stopped. Do you get? Even I've had several conversations with you, though we've spoken about it, and you'll be like, okay, then I used to have too much time in my hands, but now no much time, and you give your own reasons, your own excuses. Do you get? So I'm feeling some type of way, like maybe I've been tricked into this marriage because of the way you've treated me while we're dating. And now we're married, you feel like, oh, you own me now because of the word Claire is using that our body is not owned by us, but our partners when we finally get entangled as couples. So because you feel like you own me now, you don't have to do too much to get my attention anymore or to make me feel pampered or cared for. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. So because of this, I want to withhold to make you know and feel that I still have a bit of power or limits to myself. So, what, so in marriage, I can actually do that. So withholding is not just limited to me. I feel withholding is even more is done more in marriage. Withholding is done more in marriage because when you ask most couples, when they are having issues of um, marital cheating or break, and if you ask what's causing the issues between you and your spouse, and the partner is like he cheated, he went out of our marriage to you get. And when you ask the man, why did you go out of the marriage? The man will be like, she was withholding. But in relationship, if I withhold and the guy says I'm withholding, it's left for him to decide that okay, I no longer want to be with this person. I'll go. No commitment there. Nothing to hold to the get. So withholding occurs more in marriage. You say wife trying to discipline their husbands will tell you that if you continue this way, I'll be in a separate room while you're being in your own room. Do you get? Because you are not doing what I want you to do, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a father or as a husband in the family. Do you get? So withholding happens more in marriage, it's not even in relationship. That's one thing I'll mention for a fact. Withholding happens more in marriages. So I don't know, Jimmy, you wanted to say something, or was it Dr. Eze? I know he has dropped. Sorry, Dr. Eze. Didn't get to hear from you. So if Angel is still here, please, Angel, you can come up.
Okay, let me try and chip in something. So ground for cheating. Um,
It's not, we are not
one of the
taking ground
most.
for cheating today. Sorry about that. Yes, we only use that as like well, I say a bullet point from a bullet from the whole conversation because the tag was not
Okay,
as
is it?
withholding
I mean,
partner. What we're actually discussing today is withholding from your partner. Is it a ground for you to go get it somewhere else? Yes.
no, 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 no. That's not a justification for what going out of your marriage to do it, because that's actually a personal decision.
Okay.
And the Bible also made us to understand that on the judgment they will be judged personally.
Hmm.
It's not based on what your partner do.
Okay.
So I think it depends on the person and the principle that governs you,
Hmm.
you as a person,
Hmm.
not your partner. I know that most relationship might not work, and it might be toxic, might push you to the wall, but that's not a justification. It's not. It's better that you said, okay, oh, I'm not doing again. Then you go. Everybody go their separate way. Instead of you doing something, you know that it's actually one thing that will implicate your marriage. Something you know that when your partner gets to know about it, that it will, if you guys are 100% close, even with the quarrel,
Mm-hmm.
you guys will be 50%. 50% safe is huge.
Yeah.
You people won't be that close again. The trust is already broken.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be that closure again. Even when later on you guys are close, there'll still be this doubting spirit that speaks. And it's because we are humans. We are imperfect. Even when maybe you're not doing anything, but because of the deed that you have done, it have left that stigma there that can't go off. So I don't think that should be a justification. Though In relationship, communication is vital.
Okay.
Very, very important, because I might be like, okay, I want this thing to be red, and you will be saying that it is pink. Then arguments, from there we are quarreling. But when we are communicating and we are speaking to each other, this person bring his own suggestion why it should be like this, and the other person why it should be like this. I think they will work more better. But the problem is that we are actually humans. You get? We are humans, so that different, and we are actually groomed from different um backgrounds, different parents. So there will not be anything similar between us two. So it's just that we are actually learning ourselves. So that's actually it.
Okay, so I
But
would like.
with withholding sex,
Mm-hmm,
it,
mm-hmm,
with withholding the X word
yeah.
in a marriage, I think it will distance you two from yourselves.
Okay. Okay. So
It
in all,
will.
okay. So in all, you are advising.
Just Ines,
Yeah.
just imagine marrying a pastor and there is a timetable for it. Wahala go dey o, everywhere go burst. Just imagine it that way.
Yes. Shout to the
So
please. Okay. So in all, Dimi, you're advising against withholding, and at the same time, if there's a situation whereby one partner withholds from the other, is not enough ground for them to step out of for it, right?
true. But and another thing is, I don't know why men are actually like this. When they are in relationship, you see them being all lovey-dovey, all sweet. Even when she's upset, they'll be like, baby, calm, baby. And we ladies, we love it. We just love their attention and everything. We love it. I never see woman we don't like them. We love it. And you actually know your way through. Just like when Ines was saying about knowing somebody's weak point, how you get through them, you get. And she was saying, maybe if I don't talk to him, maybe I snub him for some time, he will come back. And when you know that shortcut to your partner, why can't you use it?
Which is the withholding.
Then you now think
Our
of,
shortcut is to withhold.
thank you. Everybody for this life, everybody has a shortcut. They have one particular thing. Even when there are some people that are actually foodie, that
Okay.
likes food.
Yeah.
When coming back like this, you buy food or surprises, you just call her, even with the anger in her,
Yeah.
just come, I want to show you something. With that, before you know, you guys will reconcile. But I don't know how to. Most men feel like when they have gotten their wife, it's their property already. No need for long story again. No need for stress. But it's still, they think that they have won the game. Same thing with ladies too.
Okay.
Same things with ladies. You get same thing. It's actually a relationship, so it's needed from both partner
Okay.
to also be in the game. Lady, look hot.
Asamaba want to say
Look
something.
hot, for God's sake.
Asamaba.
So that's actually it.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. Thank you.
But you see, eh, marriage is not only for sex. Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-huh. The other things that come into marriage, if it's for sex, then I mean, there's no need for the marriage. Uh-huh. So the other things
Some of us
for
marry because of that. Oh.
yes, some people marry because of that.
Some of us, that is
So
the
the
reason
moment they
why
are not getting it,
we
then
are
they feel
married.
jittery. They want to go and do somewhere. But
Sorry?
if you are marrying because of sex, then that's when you find that withholding and all this a problem. But if
Okay.
you are marrying because of, I mean, well, the other factors, So for companionship, for those other interesting things, that why you find ways and means. That why. So how do I say it? It's okay. I don't know. Some people believe it's better to marry your friend. So someone you have that relation, that bonding something. Even there's a problem, there's a way to solve the problem. There's a way to communicate. There's that fun. Yeah, you can do other things to resolve certain things. I mean, that's my opinion.
Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for your contribution. Claire, do you still have something to contribute so far? I really appreciate you guys. You all have done really well. Thank you for your view on this discussion. Angel has gone off. Okay. Sorry about that. I was trying to like board in. So, thank you all for your contribution so far. So, with this, are we all agree that withholding is not the best option? And then, in a situation whereby one has withhold from the other, it's best you try to resolve, find out the reason why they withhold, rather than going off. Is this what we are saying? Or some
Yeah.
I believe Joseph is of the opinion that if you withhold, I'll go outside, no shaking, no problem, right? I think that's Joseph's opinion.
It's not falling into it yet. That's why. Usually, when you are not in it, you see how you talk different. But when you enter into it, then you see that yes, life is fight.
This issue we are jumping into now of marrying your friend. Is another topic entirely for it. So because
Yes.
you marry your friend before you know, see finish your friend. You know you do see finish with your friends. Do you get? Uh-huh. And this is where this unseriousness comes in. You be like when they no longer do what they used to do when they were friends. This is really actually something that is a reality. While you were friends, this person, this is what they do and all of that. And all of a sudden, when you decide to start dating, you see them changes. And then the person will tell you, that was because I was a friend. Then now we are dating. You. I expect a lot from you. I expect something more different from me. So this is a whole topic on its own entirely. This marrying your friend. It's a topic
Yes, Phoenix,
entirely.
it's a good future topic. It
Yeah.
really is.
So
That'll bring a lot of commentary.
thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the conversation so far. I value your opinions, and I was trying to get if maybe regardless everyone has changed. Claire, I still don't know where you stand. You know, you're standing at me from what I understood. It's making me feel like
So
you have the opinion that if she what's it called?
withhold.
Yes, if she was told, you go and look for a double option.
No. That's not where I'm studying.
Okay.
No, where I'm studying is you discuss the reason. If you are at fault, you apologize. That one, number one. And
Okay.
number two, if she still withhold, then you educate her and let her know that she's controlling something she has no authority over. Because the body, your body as the man is for the woman. Then the woman's body is for the man. We understand that at times somebody might be sick. Of course, any reasonable adult will know that this person is not feeling fine. But if you are hale and healthy, what's stopping them from enjoying sex?
Okay. The aspect whereby he is of higher libido and I am lower
In,
or not
you,
matching.
you, that aspect, I don't know who painted the picture. He actually extracted it from a movie. Movies sometimes they like to paint
Yes,
the
I
very
believe.
extreme of something.
Yeah.
And by the time we are discussing that, all those ones are like outliers.
So you're saying that in reality this does not exist.
the extreme case.
That there's no way there's one partner who has a higher libido than the other to the extent that one cannot be able to withstand their energy.
And that's
Of,
so.
of course, if that's possible, and if it is people's, if it is some people's reality, of course they should introduce discipline and also a discussion. There's nothing that cannot be resolved amicably. Then another thing I would like to also point out, in my own opinion, I think we should try as much as possible to be careful with the word or with the sentence, do what works for you.
Okay.
I don't think life is about what works for you, because that's actually a selfish statement.
Okay.
Because when you're actually, it's like you are correcting me on something. Instead of me to reason with you and see this thing that you are saying, is it actually the truth? Then I will say, let me do what works for me. Because you are in a relationship and it is working, you are the one happy. Have you asked your partner if he or she is happy? It might be working for you, because certain persons might be in a relationship of 20 years, 50 years in marriage. That they decide to be together doesn't mean it's working for the man or it's working for the woman. Because it's possible one partner is actually swallowing it up. It's possible one partner has made up, even before going into marriage, he has said, divorce is not for me and I will not do it no matter what. So the person chose to endure. Now the person is enduring the other partner. The other partner is thinking that it's working for him. Then he will now come and be teaching his experiences that, okay, I've been married for 30 years, 40 years, I'm still with my wife. Do you know what the wife is going through trying to keep that marriage? It's not a question of what works for you. What works for you might be selfish. The truth is the truth. There is light, there is darkness. There is up, there is down. So you can't just bring the idea of, okay, if it works for you, you just keep doing it, even while it is hurting people. Because most of the lives that we are living today, even when it comes to the world, when it comes to the country, marriage, certain persons might be doing something that is hurting other people, but it will be working for them because they are enjoying it.
True.
So that's my take on that. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyone with a contrary opinion or more to it, so we can round off with almost 89. So anyone with a contrary suggestion, opinion, views, or you have more that you want to add, like an addition to it, so we can round off. Joseph, your comments. What that means? Okay, you're rephrasing. So do what works for you as long as it doesn't inflict injury on the other person. Or does it cause harm, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that was what I intended when I said that. He understood the question, the sentence, they do what works for you as the general one that Nigerian has been used, okay, everyone has been using when they want to do something stupid or when they are doing
Yeah, I'm
something
actually
stupid.
addressing the general one that people used to say. Yes.
Yes, when they are doing something, when people want to do something stupid or doing something stupid, they be like, okay, do what works for you. I'm doing what works for me. So I'm not using that definition, please. So I had to rephrase it.
Okay, thank you so much, Arthur. Thank you. Thank you for the advice. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. I said, Mother, you are muted. You want to say something also, right?
No, I'm okay.
Okay,
Whatever,
okay.
whatever, Clarapido is, and I agree with it.
Okay, so you agree with Clever Peter 100%. Nice.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So now I will not do what works for me because what's working for. Thank you, Shato. So because what's working for me, I don't know if it's at the detriment of the other person, right? Or they are just trying to manage themselves just because they are trying to please me. Nice. Quite understandable. Hey, senior, it's been a while. Thank you so much, Shato. Congratulations on your level up. Thank you. So, guys, I'm very much grateful. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your presence as always. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Next week, when we meet, we'll unveil the topic because for now we have nothing on board. We're still waiting on Claire, but Claire said we should not rush him, that we should allow him breathe. So we're waiting for you to come and unveil for us. We'll allow you breathe for now. Thank you so much.
before it ended, I want to ask Joe. So if his wife can't give birth, marriage don't scatter be that. Wahala day.
Okay, because of Joe that said he's marrying for procreation purpose, right? We have this conversation last like I think towards the beginning of this podcast. We had not this recent one in our first sessions. We had a conversation of what are the reasons or why those that got married and those that are going to get married. What's the major push? What was the reason why they started going into marriage? We had this conversation. And Joseph, your reason there wasn't for procreation purpose, was it? It wasn't. We both agreed that it was for knacking purpose. So why
But
you
then,
change it now?
We agreed.
for what?
We agreed is for knacking purpose.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Then we will just be wasting it. We have to like make good use of it.
Now it's changing his mind.
We
So
can't be
thank you
wasting the
guys.
natural resources.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate Charlotte, Godabek, Alex, Samaba, Joseph, Dini, and everyone who has popped in and out. Angel, my love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys and can't wait to host you guys next week. Love you and bye from me. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone.